Afternoon, how are we all? We've got temperatures of over 30 degrees C here in the UK, so for us it's incredibly warm when we don't have aircon in our houses. We're just not designed for this, for these temperatures. So I've been doing the Spanish siesta times in the afternoon and been up in the night. And what have I done in the night? Crafting. Well, I can't do housework, can I? Because I'd wake everybody up. So last night I made this altered tea bag, which I'm really pleased with. I've got a, I know I said I was going to finish my spooky book. That was the plan. However, I have downloaded the most, let's get the paper, delicious paper set from Line.Arrow. It's their special anniversary paper, and it is called, let's just see what it is called. I should know this. A Magical Tea Party. So there are some amazing papers. These are my signatures I've got ready from my book. I'll just give you a little flavour of the papers. This one there, the graphics are so pretty that even though I said I wasn't doing any more, until I finish the spooky book, I have started. Look at that. Like all ledger. They're great. I've just printed them all off on some good quality printer paper. I've started putting the journal pages, the signatures together. That's one of my favourites. And then shortly, look at her face. Reminds me of my daughter Olivia, that. She always reminded me of a little impish fairy when she was a little girl. She still does have that look now and again. So these papers are gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. The graphics, the colours, everything. And let me show you that's some of the ephemera to cut out. It's absolutely beautiful. That one's already cut out. You see I've started cutting into them. Look at these lovely, just lovely. I'm going to do some playing cards, I think, with these. So yeah, just absolutely beautiful. I love the peacock. So last night, while I was wide awake, because I'd been asleep almost all afternoon, I decided to playtime. So I decided to play. So last night I made, this was a tag that I had, but I thought that I'd previously made, but I thought the colours weren't perfect. So I just stuck one of the labels on there, the labels, it says adventure. It's got Angelina fibre under it, so pretty. So I made that last night. I had this tea bag with these herbs, and because I want to try and use different types of tea bag. So I had this one with the herbs in. So I just thought that was too nice too, because it's like made of very fine net, very fine tulle. So I just added one of the little labels, a little butterfly. So that will go in. There is this one. I've just done some four stitching around the edge, ready for a label, and it says teacup. And these are some of these things I'd previously made, and I've just been enhancing them. This is another tea bag. There, I'm going to add something to that. And this one is English breakfast tea, but on the back I use one of the lovely cups and saucers, which I put diamond glaze on, and then embossed it as well with the holographic embossing powder. There is this that I made. This is another kind of tea bag. This is a cotton tea bag, and that one I'd previously painted a mushroom on. There is a video on how I did these. So I'll put a link below to the tea bags and things, so you can have a look at that. And I also, and I just can't see it there, I did, oh here it is. This was a tea bag, pretty similar to that, which I have changed the string. I put roses in out of the kit and I've cut it with the pink shears, and this one has got a little fairy stamp on each side of that, and then inside journaling space. And then I made this tag, which is a wonky house where I was inspired by Witchcraft Do You Do. So today I'm going to show you how I did this, because I do want another one. So this is a perforated tea bag, here it is, which I have distressed with peeled paint ink. So what I've actually done is I have decoupaged tea bag paper onto a tea bag. So what I did, and this is it, this is the image that I used, and you can see here it's on tea bag paper. It prints very, very easily. All you need to do is spray your, this is A4 paper, so it's 30 centimetre. I sprayed it with some this that I got from temporary adhesive I got from Hobbycraft. The tea bag paper is, so I'll put all the links to suppliers below. It is 30 centimetres wide, which is a perfect fit, because once you spray it once your own ordinary paper, it does tend to remain adhesive just for a few prints. So I stick it onto there with my temporary adhesive, cut down so it's the same size as my A4 paper. Why do you always get a frog in your throat when you start to do something? And then in my printer that goes face down and it will come out printing like that onto the tea bag paper. So I've done a few. I've done this one, I've also done this piece, and they're very similar but a little bit stronger than a napkin. Here's another, you see it's on the paper but it peels off really easy, and that, as you can see, is tacky, so I can use that again with some more paper to print on. There's another. This image here I used on this. So you've got the stacked cups and saucers. Did I? No, I didn't. It was a different image, but it was similar to that, stacked cups and saucers. It's just so many beautiful pages. Right, so let's get back to this and making, where's she gone? Here she is. Making this. I'm just going to put her at the side there, then we can see her throughout. So I basically decided which side I wanted my drawstring on. As you can see, it is a tea bag, perforated tea bag. Then I got some plastic. I used a plastic bag here to put that in so that the front and the back don't stick to each other. So these are made of, I think I don't know if it's paper, it's quite a thick paper, or whether they're, no, I think they are paper, because I think if I really pulled at that it would tear, and they're like sealed around the edges. So then that's in on there. I got my glue stick, sorry for reaching over, and I went over that. Sadly, I'm going to have to use my heat tool because last night I just left it to dry itself, but I'm not going to be able to today. So I did that. Put my glue stick, that's a Pritt stick. Any glue stick will do. And then I sort of lined up where I wanted my fairy, and I put her on. Oh, come back little fairy. Then I got some Mod Podge, made my own. I used, the recipe that I used was PVA, which is like Elmer's glue, plus water, and made it. I mean, there's all sorts of recipes telling you how much water to add, but I literally just added the water until it was the consistency I wanted it to be. So I couldn't tell you how much water, just that it is water. The ratio of water to glue, sorry. I just put the glue in, and then I put water until it was at the consistency I wanted it to be. So I paint over that with my PVA. I was thinking of like decoupaging tea bag paper onto tea bags. I don't know why. In the middle of the night it made me quite laugh. Right, I'm just going to dry this. Now, the other thing too, I won't be able to go too close because I don't want to melt the plastic bag. Because it's so warm, it'll probably dry pretty quick. Then I took my scissors and just cut around the edge. Carefully cut around the edge. That bit's just coming up there. Tell you how warm it is. It's so humid. We had a humongous storm yesterday, but that just did not clear the air. If anything, it seems to have made it worse. We need another. If you go shopping in the shops and restaurants have air conditioning, but your households don't tend to, so we just have the fans going. There we go, and save that for later use. Doesn't seem to want to have glued down in some places. Right. So I'm just going to cut off across the top as well there. I'm not going to take the bag out yet because I'm going to be doing some more gluing. So I'm just checking my corners as I go along. Drinking and drinking and drinking, and no matter what I drink, tea, water, anything is just not quenching my thirst. I don't know what it is. Maybe right. There we go. So there she is, stuck on there. Just tidy up my edges. I'm just getting rid of some. Normally creases don't bother me, but on this one it will bother me. Right, there we go. So next I did the skirt part. So what I did there is I have some pink tulle. If I can find it, here it is. It's a very fine tulle, and I just sort of looked at the waist and sort of tucked it in and thought that's how much I need. So there's no specific scientific measuring going on here. So I cut myself an oblong so that I could sort of double it over. So here it is. There we go. Here it is. And I didn't double it completely over. I sort of folded about a third down. So that is that bit. And then we want the green, which, sorry, I thought I got it out, but I haven't. But it is to hand, do not be afraid. Just cut a piece of it. So I use this green trim with the pom-poms on, because I tried to stick with the pink and green colouring. Then I sort of worked out the length that I would need based on the skirt. Now this was the trickier bit. I've got here some new Fabric-Tac. I've got extra thick Fabric-Tac old and thick Fabric-Tac old. You see, I've got a bit of Fabric-Tac addiction. So this is the trickiest bit. So I put my glue on there. Some people water the Fabric-Tac down when it gets to this stage, thicker stage, but I quite like it. I quite like it because it dries quick. And then I gathered up my Fabric-Tac, ruched it up with my fingers. I don't know if you saw me do it then. And then just hold that on for a second. Let me just have a drink of a coffee. Going out for a nice meal tonight. Hope we sat outside in the restaurant. So that is that bit on. That is stuck on there. I'm not going to let go because I do not want it to ping off. Then I went back around that waistline. And I would need to sort of gather it, my green up, you know, so you get that curved waist edge. So I put it on and I just sort of pulled it in and moved it to get that curved edge. Just holding it down a minute. Don't worry if you get bits above it, we can trim that off after when it's dried. So there's my curved edge. There we go. Now, like I said, oops, sorry, I bumped it with my head then. Like I said, do not worry about bits coming over the top of it, like there. Do not worry about little bits. We can just, at the side, we can just trim it all down after. The main thing is getting it on and getting it in the shape that you want it. This place we're going to tonight does the most amazing breadsticks. So instead of like the packet breadsticks, the proper breadsticks, fresh hot out of the oven with garlic butter. Tremendous. Right, this is, you have to keep sort of messing with this and until it sticks down. Right, these are little diamantes and I've got these in my drawer here. So I've got a big, now the place I got these from, they're like Swarovski style, and I can't link to where I got them because she doesn't have a craft shop anymore. So you would need to have a look on Etsy, I'm sure, or eBay, and put in the Swarovski style. Now I ordered so many thousand, not realising, several thousand I ordered. In fact, there might have been 1,000 a bag and I ordered 7 bags, not realising how many, sort of 7,000 Swarovski crystals would look like, because they were on offer. So these are going to last me forever. I've already had them about 4 years. Right, there we go. So we've got a shape there. And we just have to keep looking at that shape. And then just start and trim any bits. So like the dresses, let's get some better scissors than them. Oh yeah, my gold ones. So I just sort of trimmed then, you know, to make it fit the shape of my little fairy. You probably can't see me trimming here because this tulle is so fine, but I just sort of trimmed it round to get the shape of the dress. At the top here, I just lifted the bit up that was over the top of the green. I just trim that off. Be careful, obviously, not to cut your bag or the green. That, putting that skirt on is the most faffiest part of the whole project. Let's cut that little bit of green off there. Pull that in. Got it now. Trim that corner. So when you're happy with the shape of the dress, with the shape of your waistband, then it's time to get to work with these little demons. So I just tip some out, get my tweezers. See, I know where more or less everything is now. Now yesterday I tried putting glue on, as you can see, that will wash off, dipping in and putting it on. But because it's so warm, the glue was going off before I could finish. So I was wasting a lot of glue. Screen. Let's put her there. So then this is where I've got my new fabric tack out now. It was so much easier to get your crystal. You could do this with sequins. Just put a little tiny, whoop. Would help if I open the nozzle too. Right. I put a little tiny. She's not working well with her left hand. Not cutting enough off. Right. Take 3. Put a little tiny. Should be coming up now. Why is it not coming through? Just let me have a poke. Right. Should be coming through now. Right, take 4. Put a little tiny 1, 2, 3, 4. Little tiny drops. Get your crystals, pick them up, and just drop them on. 1, 2, 3. I've gone for the bigger crystals on this one. 1, 2, 3. I had the most amazing dream last night. I dreamt that I stumbled upon this like haberdashers that was from haberdashery shop from the Victorian era, and it was run by a lady who'd let's take some of that surplus glue off. It was run by a lady who the haberdashery shop had been in her family for generations. So this is a dream, and it was shut. It was shut anyway. So I'd moved house. I saw the haberdashery shop and it was shut. Anyway, this lady appeared outside and she said, oh, because she's elderly, she's not in the shop all the time. We'll ring her and she'll come down. I'm just lifting off bits of dry glue. So she did. She rang and the lady came down and she let us in. And from when I watch TV, the shop. So now I'm just going to start to put tiny amounts of glue and I'm going to stick these little gems onto the dress, just very randomly. Some on the top layer, some on the bottom layer of the tulle where it's folded over. Yeah, so she opened up the shop for us and it was like something, whoa, it's gone a bit heavy-handed there. It was like something off like Mr. Selfridge or Downton Abbey, or it was just a traditional, very old haberdashers. But it also just sold, well, no, it was a haberdashers because it sold old pins. She had old music boxes for some reason. Music boxes was one of the things. Oh, music boxes. There was no fabric, but it was all the trims. There is no slow process here. Let's get a cocktail stick. There is no fast process. I mean, it is a slow process. Oh, there was like beautiful mother of pearl buttons. So I said, have you got any mother of pearl buttons? And she said, yeah, have a look. And she took me to this drawer and there was this box. And when I opened it up, well, when she opened it up for me, it had, see what I mean about going off quickly, the glue? It had mother of pearl buttons in, but it had the most amazing pins with beautiful sort of semi-precious stone heads. And oh, it was just, I can't remember where I did that one. Was it there? It was absolutely out of this world. And there was all this ephemera, these like little boards that had had lace on and loads of stuff in this one box. And so she said to me, you've been so nice. You're such a nice lady. You can have that box. She said, because I'm selling the shop, you can have that box. So I said, oh, let me pay for it. No, you can have it. So I thought, so I said, oh, is it for sale? Is your shop for sale? Thinking, I'm going to buy this shop. And she said, oh, I've just sold it. She said, but I don't know if it'll be the same. The lady who takes over will keep it the same as it is now, because it's, you know, so special and precious. It's been in my family so long, and the things might go. So she said, just have a look around and take what you want. So obviously, I could have took everything. But it was just like, I was like a child in a sweet shop. So I didn't take everything. Very good, even in my dreams. But what I did do is I gave her £30. How generous am I? So if you see any clumps with the glue, they will actually just, they will, when they dry, they just will pull off. Yeah, the little clumps of glue will pull off, because I'm somebody who doesn't like clumps of glue around. I can put up with most things. No, I'm going to put some more on there. I'm going to move. I'm a bit of a perfectionist. I'm going to move that off there. Put a little tiny glue. Yeah, so I had all this stuff, and my daughter, who's 34 now, she was still a baby. She was in the pram, and I'm like filling up the pram with stuff. So although I didn't take everything, and I had these beautiful like Victorian music boxes, which were absolutely stunning. I'm putting mixtures of all different sizes on and different colours and things. I want to put another there. I hate having glued bits. So I was like, and I went home and walking, I can remember walking down this hill home because we'd moved, like I say, we'd moved. And I'm walking down this hill home thinking, oh, look at all this, look at all this. It was just a most amazing dream. I'm sorry I can't rush this because it's just not a rushing part. I'm just touching the top of the bottle and getting the glue on that way. I think I might put another up there. Then I might call it a day on the old sparkly bits. How's it gone? There it is. Yeah, like that. So I'm now going to just put these away before they end up, because I'm warm, they'll end up stuck to every part of my blooming body, my arms, especially because I'm here, or if any fall onto my legs or my feet, or so I've probably got about a good 6,000 beads left. Right, so there is the skirt part done. Oh, I need it back. I've forgotten the bead for the I want a big one for the wand. Let's just get some glue. In fact, we can just do this. Whoop. So I'll take a bit of that glue off. Put the wand on. Then what I did, I've got some silver metallic felt tips. I'm just gonna go around the wand like that to give it that sparkly effect. Whoop. Now they can go away. Right, so what I did next is I did the wings. So for the wings, I have another ongoing project here. I keep saying I'll do a video on it, fairy wings. So I've got a little fairy wing box going and things to make fairy wings in here. I've also got pieces of Angelina fibres, you see them, that I made in the past. And I mean, I have got wings, but I didn't want to put, these are dragonfly wings, which I could use. But I actually thought last night that they looked a bit big. Thought they would look too big. And they are very pretty. I suppose I could cut them down. But I use the Angelina fibres and I just cut 2 wing shapes, and that's what I'm going to do here. So if you get Angelina fibres, put them between 2 pieces of parchment paper and iron, then you get, this is what you end up with. Put that back on my big trolley full of things to do. So then I cut a couple of wings. So these just so happen to be cut in that pointed shape. So I sort of did 2 little wing shapes. I do love the different, I don't know if you can see on the camera, the different colours that you get with the lights. So I've got 2 little wings. I've got a little bit of glue there, a little bit there. And then I'm going to put the wings on. So there's 1. Let's bring it down a bit under her hair. There's 1, because the hair is very important part of this whole proceeding. Can you see that if I put it on some white? Can you see the Angelina fibres do actually look sort of veined and what have you? This is sort of purple, blue, green. I love Angelina fibres. Let's put that wing on there. So there we've got the 2 wings. Then I used a bit of the Angelina fibre and put it at the top here. There. Then let's choose a word. Let's have happy. Cut that out. So again, line dot arrow these are from, and it's the Magical Tea Party collection. It's a special one they've done. I think they've just celebrated, I think, is it a 3rd birthday on Etsy? Oh, I think it was. So she's done this special collection. I will put a link below anyway. Well, I will say, give you the name of it below. That's right, so let's pop happy there. Happy. And then I got some diamond glaze. And I just then went into her hair and just did some of those flowers. This diamond glaze does dry pretty quickly. There we go. And then I don't know where my diamond dust is. I've not come across it since I've been moving craft rooms. So I got some glitter. I got the pink glitter. It's like a pinky purple, this one. And I just pop that onto her hair. I didn't try to save the glitter because there's not really much that I'm using. Just sort of tap that around. Shaking it off into my bin. Blow it. And give it a little sort of tidying up, and that is done. So let's take the bag out to show you. Then I'm going to put the bag back just to go under there. There you go. That is how I made a tea bag, decoupaged with tea bag, and the lovely little pockets there. Little embellish fairy from Line Dot Arrow. Embellishing the fairy, I was inspired by the Artsy Bohemian as well. She does some lovely fairy embellishments. So there you go. I hope you like it. So I'm Sharon and you've been watching Be Divine Vintage. I will see you again very soon. Bye bye.